Hello and welcome, Board of Directors of Rejuvenating Spa Inc. We are Rubinoff and Rubinoff. My name is Andrew, and then I'll be passing it off to Caitlin, Palian, Kaylin, and finally Angie. Today, we're going to talk to you about a strategic plan of expansion. So, what is our agenda for today? We're going to start off with the executive summary. So that's just a brief overview of what our recommendations are going to be. Then we are going to talk about the current position, where you are today, followed by a SWOT analysis. So that's both the internal and external factors, some financial analysis and ratios. We'll talk about a discussion about the alternatives that you are facing you today. As well, we're going to talk about the conclusion, the implementation, and then the financial forecast. So where you're going to end up at the end of the 5 years. So looking forward, where do we want to be 5 years from now? So 5 years from now, we want to start looking ahead in terms of financial goals. But in order to get there, you need to know what steps to take. So we're going to recommend performing a financial consolidation as well as a partial operational consolidation with Lavish. We're also going to recommend a partnership with Forevermore Fit Limited. We are also going to recommend franchising following the first two steps. And then we're going to talk about foregoing the opportunity to purchase Pure Solution Inc. So we're starting with the current position. Where is RSI today? Today, position within the marketplace is focusing on quality of service, quality of products, and making your customers happy. So definitely not on the budget side of things, definitely on the quality and the customer service side. Now, vision and mission. The vision to provide exceptional client-centered spa services in an atmosphere that is relaxing and in a manner that is environmentally friendly and sustainable. Very good. That is the overall vision of what you see for the company, and that is good. Mission statements: to provide professional quality service while developing relationships with their clients, our community, and the environment. Again, very good. We are going to make some recommendations later on in the presentation on how we can update that, and that's basically for a couple of reasons. The first one is there are some inconsistencies between RSI and Lavish, so we want to kind of clean those up a little bit. Also, we want to make sure that all of the components of a strong vision and a strong mission statement are there. So again, these are very, very good starting points. We just want to hone them in and make them a little bit better. So I'm now going to pass it off to Caitlin to talk about the SWOT analysis.
Thank you, Andrew. So we've identified some key internal and external attributes that we have used in our recommendations for you. Firstly, we'll discuss the strengths. So your company has highly trained staff that offer personalized services. Therefore, this enables your strong customer relationships. You also offer and focus on the health benefits of your spa products and services, as opposed to focusing on luxury. Therefore, if there were an economic downturn, this wouldn't deter your customers from returning. In addition, your products are environmentally friendly and sustainable, which is where the current industry is trending. Next, some weaknesses that we've identified in your company. Firstly, your prices are lower than industry, as you are aware. Therefore, if there were a decline in spa services, this could potentially harm your company's profitability. In addition, you have expressed to us that there is limited knowledge of spa franchises, and also that there are time restrictions in terms of your schedules. Therefore, this could cause potential issues in terms of your expansion. Next, some opportunities that we believe that you could possibly leverage. So there is the potential to target more of your services towards the male population. In addition, you can tap into the tourism side of spa services. As well, there are the social trends related to tourism and retreat-related activities. Next, some threats that we perceive could be a potential threat. Firstly, the industry is highly susceptible to economic downturns. As well, the industry overall is very competitive in terms of the pricing nature of things. As well, there is the society misconceptions in that spa services are more of a luxury item as opposed to being a necessity, even though you emphasize the health benefits of those. Next, I will discuss the current financial position of RSI and Lavish. Firstly, and I will discuss these in 3 financial ratios. Firstly, your liquidity ratios. So both RSI and Lavish have shown a slightly less than ideal liquidity ratios in that current assets are lower than your current liabilities. However, we don't believe that this is a major cause of concern given your significant cash inflows from operations in the past year. Next, your solvency ratios. So based on our analysis of these ratios, these both show that there's a high amount of debt that's been undertaken by both companies. And we believe this could present a bit of a challenge in terms of gaining further financing, especially related to your planned expansions. Finally, your profitability ratios. These both show very strong profitability within your organizations in terms of profit margins being very strong. To conclude, we believe that RSI is in a great financial and strong financial position in order to proceed with our recommended strategies. I will now pass it off to Palin, who will discuss these further.
Thanks, Kaylin. Here is our analysis for the strategic options. The first option is the consolidation of RSI and Lavish. By consolidating, the two operations will operate under one brand image. This is the pros is that this is consistent with Solis' mandate to bring the two spas to operate under one brand and administration. The second pro is that this option provides a cohesive strategy to the company because this option consolidates the two different visions and missions. And the third pro is that this option will provide cost saving in administration, in accounting, information system, and even banking. For example, the number of employees can be reduced, and also RSI can leverage the resource to market the two operations together. The cons are there are two operations. The manager from Lavish may not be willing to consolidate, and the staff from Lavish may lack of experience or skills to perform the task in RSI or vice versa. And the other cons is that they have different bonus program. Now, Lavish has an employee bonus program, but RSI does not. So RSI may need to implement a company-wide bonus program, which will increase the cost. Otherwise, RSI may lose some former employees from Lavish. The second option is franchising. The board is trying to develop a franchise day spa model under RSI's brand name. The pros are this strategy is in line with the board's mandate for growth. The other pro is that this option will provide effective method of capturing market share because RSI can utilize the capital of the potential franchisee, and also the franchisee may have knowledge that can help to improve the operation. For example, maybe those franchisees will have some highly popular treatment that RSI doesn't have, so RSI can integrate those into its operation. The cons are the franchisee may have different value other than RSI, which will damage RSI's reputation. And the other con is that this option could be overwhelm the resource because this option requires significant investment in time and human resource. And also, Solis may have no experience in managing this program. And Kaylin will talk about the other options.
Thank you, Palin. We'll now explore the third strategic option, which is a partnership with FFL. Through this partnership, RSI will be able to put massage therapy centers in existing FFL fitness center locations. By doing so, RSI is able to expand their business operations, but they don't have to bear 100% of the risks, as some of these costs will be shared or covered by FFL. Additionally, RSI will be able to access FFL's existing customer base. By putting a massage therapy center in existing FFL locations, you're providing the customers with a convenient spa location. According to industry trends, 74% of Canadians have indicated that location is key when choosing a spa. Now, a partnership with FFL doesn't come without its drawbacks, however. First off, you won't get any brand promotion with your massage therapy centers, which is concerning considering the amount of resources that you'll be putting in this partnership. Second of all, you'd be pretty reliant on the financial stability of FFL. If certain locations aren't very stable or they don't have much customer volume and they end up closing, you might lose your investment in this business. And lastly, there will be some additional setup costs. So you'll have to either set up a partnership or incorporate. This means that either alternative, there will be costs. However, a partnership could be less expensive and will be easier for the administrative side of things. We will now move on to our fourth strategic option. This is acquiring Pure Substances, Inc. By acquiring Pure Substances, you'll be acquiring a product line in which you already use. This is vertically integrating RSI's supply chain, and this has the potential to reduce costs. You'd be in charge of the value chain, and you'd be able to block out some key competitors from using Pure products. Secondly, you'd have control over manufacturing. This might boost your brand image with some customers who are very health conscious, as Pure provides organic products. Lastly, there is growth potential through expansion to some large retailers. These retailers have actually already inquired about carrying Pure products. Similar to the other strategic options, there are some cons to acquiring Pure Substances. First of all, you actually have no experience with operating this manufacturing type of product, as well as actually manufacturing a product that is organic. So you might end up with additional operating costs. Secondly, there will be increased foreign competition, which will drive the price of Pure products down and cut the profit margins. Now, Angie will move on to explaining our recommendation and conclude.
Thank you, Kaylin. This is a summary of our conclusion, and it's a summary of each of the four strategic options based on these criteria. So of course, the strategic option that you choose needs to fit with the vision and the mission of the company, and it also needs to improve brand recognition. So an improved brand recognition means better customer awareness, which will lead to growth. And it's also good in case the board ever does want to sell the company down the road. A great brand recognition is great for company resale. Thirdly, the board has a mandate to grow the company, so whatever option is chosen needs to meet this growth target. And there are constraints and targets to the company. For example, one of the constraints to this company is the bank covenant. It's there to make sure that the company remains fiscally responsible, and any option that we choose needs to be aligned with the bank covenants and any other constraints with the company. And lastly, in terms of resources, the option that you choose needs to ensure that you're taking into account the time resources that your management team has, and also the expertise, keeping in mind that only one shareholder is responsible for managing the business full-time. Our implementation plan timeline is to definitely consolidate RSI and Lavish, and to partner with FFL immediately. After 1 year of doing this part of the plan, we recommend to open the franchising, and to franchise in year 1 with 4 franchises, and in the second year of franchising to have 8 franchise opportunities. Because we're consolidating RSI and Lavish, or we're recommending to do so, we recommend new mission and vision statements. So the new mission statement for this consolidated company would be something like this: to provide exceptional client-centered spa and therapy services to enthused clients in an atmosphere that's relaxing and in a manner that's environmentally friendly and sustainable. We believe this captures all of the RSI and Lavish preferences as well as the board's preferences. And also we recommend a brand new vision for this consolidated company to become the reputable leading spa for Canadian spa goers by growing RSI's brand geographically. Financially, our forecast is as such. This plan will grow the company up to almost $3.5 million in 3 years. In the first year, the cash outlay for the partnership with FFL is just over $200,000. And in year 2, when we start the franchising, the cash outlay is also $200,000. So the first cash outlays will cause a small decrease in net earnings, but that will catch up after the first few years. So in summary, our recommendations are to consolidate RSI and Lavish, to partner with FFL, and then after a year to open franchising of RSI in general. This concludes our presentation, and we'd like to open it now up to any questions that you might have. Thank you.